Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod we got a weapon mod, kind of a weapon mod. This is one of the weirdest things you've ever seen modded into Fallout 4. Technically I consider it a weapon, you equip it like a weapon. We're going to go over here to our weapons and we're going to take a look at it here. This is called the Jerrycan. So we take a look at this here. It's a Jerrycan, which is a can usually made to hold gasoline, and it does. It holds oil in this particular case, right? We'll zoom in on it here. We'll get you a nice close-up look at the Jerrycan weapon here. And this mod pretty much does what you would think it does. It pours oil, in this case gas, or whatever you want to think of it as, on the ground. And then you can light it on fire by shooting it, or whatever other situation. There's obviously some places already in the base game where oil just kind of exists on the ground. You can kind of manipulate that to kill certain enemies in certain situations if you know it's there. But this is like kind of make your own oil trap kind of situation. I'm not exactly sure. You're not gonna actively be able to use this weapon. Like you're not gonna just pull oil on people and then have it do anything. But we're gonna equip it here, right? Take a look at it. It does work in third person, right, as well as first person. So if I come over here, I got my big old jerry can, like kind of. You can see I am pouring oil on the ground. It works. We're gonna do the first person. It just pours. I mean, it doesn't even look like you're doing really anything. But we're gonna pour a big pile of oil on the ground. We pull out a gun. That shit gets lit on fire. Like that's all it does. It's a simple mod. There's no modifications to this weapon, this Jerrycan. There's nothing to change about it. It just is. You pour oil on the ground. It's called oil. The ammunition type is called oil, but I imagine it's really like gas. And then you light that shit on fire. And then things are on fire. Now I don't know how. I'm gonna try to test this out in combat. Okay, you guys don't judge me if it's weird. But I do want to show off. You do craft this for yourself at the chemistry station, so you can do it pretty early on. It does have its own utility section. Obviously, utility exists in the game, but there's like utility twice here for me. I don't know why, but then so you can craft the jerry can, which is the weapon part, the actual thing you need: adhesive, cloth, oil, plastic, screws, and steels. And then you can convert one oil here, like the oil that's junk, the junk item that is oil. And for one of those, you create 100 oil, the ammunition type, right? If that makes any sense. So it is, but at least you can craft the ammo. It's extremely cheap. That rate is extremely high. So if I have thousands of it right now because it's very cheap to craft, right? And I guess it does look nice. It's hard to talk about this as like a weapon, though. It's just a weird thing, but it is a cool thing. It is because I just haven't seen anything like this before. I've never seen the ability to pour oil on the ground and then shoot it, and even think of that as a thing you want to do. I mean, like imagine so instead of like a Molotov. I mean, even though the Molotov kind of skips a step, like what if you had a similar thing like that, where you're like a throwable item that just had the oil in it, and then you shot people, and then that would light the oil on fire. That could be kind of unique and interesting too. I'm gonna go try to use this in some combat, some like live actual combat. I'm gonna try to like pour this on the ground, bait enemies into it, and then shoot it and light it on fire. We'll see how that goes. Probably not very well because I'm not very good at sneaking, but I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, everybody, pulling up on the Zombies Arena arcade mode. At least I can manipulate some of the circumstances in this arena, right? It's like a small arena. It's enclosed space. I'm trying to think of which one I'd want to do that would make the most sense. I think we're going to actually go to the USA Satellite Station Olivia, because like it has very clear defined lanes. So I think we're going to have to spawn in some ghouls too. Like anything that shoots at us is not going to be necessarily, motivated or tempted to kite itself into the oil. Right, so like if we start here, really I should just pour some oil in here, because they like to spawn in this room right here as it is anyway. There's one right there. I mean, that worked. Like I said, I should have done that sooner, but like, then you walk into the oil, bud. I gotta like hotkey this jerry can. Cause that's the thing too, is like it's a weapon, so you have to kind of switch it on the fly. Kind of like it looks like a minigun. That's hilarious. So like, what I want to do is I want to pour some oil over here. Hey, bud. I missed. I didn't shoot enough oil. Hey, hold your roll. Slow down, bud. Like I said, not gonna. That worked. I'm going to kill every enemy in this wave with this particular setup and system. Okay, as much as this, I am not creative enough to make this cool. And obviously, certain enclosed spaces and stuff like this, it's not necessarily the best way to do this. But if I knew there was an enemy like right over there, I guess it's putting. I literally got a hit marker with it. I don't know if it's doing damage though. But so I guess you can hit things with it. I don't think that did any damage. I did not mean to stim pack, which is fine. Is there more in there? No, you really got to know where your enemies are at, because it's like kind of a trap weapon. That's the way that I think of it as. So if I have to reload this, what does that look like? It makes big noises like a laser weapon or something. Hello, ghoul. Come here, 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 bud. Now die in the fire. I mean, it's working. That worked. It literally just, like, it's not the smartest thing in the world. I mean, but you can save some ammunition. You don't have to shoot things so many times that you just light them on fire and they die. There's definitely some over here. I wonder how this is going to work, if this is going to work here. Because, like, this is, like, technically, like, I guess it seems like it's sticking to it. Like, what if I just put a bunch? Like, what if I just do a massive amount, make sure I cover them with it? I don't know if that's going to light them directly on fire like that. I'm, like, kind of standing in it. That was actually amazing. I think that's enough of testing with it. I know it's not, like, maybe even the most exciting kind of weapon that you could potentially use or whatever, right? But I think it's such a creative idea to even exist at all. That you have this, that you could have this weapon that does this kind of thing. Like I said, there's all kinds. Like I got my brain flowing on all kinds of ideas. I'm trying to be creative with this kind of thing. It's a very small mod. Obviously, it does a very simple thing. Is the weapon very heavy? It's 8 pounds. It probably shouldn't be 8 pounds because that's a lot. But the fact, that, I mean, like seemingly you could pour this on to people and stuff. Hello, cricket. How's it going? But you could like pour this onto something. I guess we could do the good old Deathclaw test. I think I have myself set up a Deathclaw. Spawn NPC. Let me just double check here real quick. I gotta make sure my spawn NPC grenade is on the correct thing. I'm gonna try to let Deathclaw on fire just to see how that goes. It should be. I mean, we can just make sure. This is Deathclaw, and then we'll make sure that yeah, there they are an enemy. So we're gonna throw a Deathclaw over here. I mean, really, we should have poured the oil first, but you know, it is what it is, my dude. We're gonna make sure we get that all nice and oiled up. It does not hurt the Deathclaw nearly as bad. Like, see, it's not the most effective thing in the world. I wonder if can I pour it like, hi bud. This is not a weapon you use against Deathclaws. But like all these other weapons I get and stuff. Everybody always wants me to do the Deathclaw test. I'm not gonna get hurt by the Deathclaw. So what I really am gonna try to do is I'm literally just gonna try to coat the ground in oil here. Just coat. No, yeah, hit me. I don't give a fuck. You think I give a fuck, Deathclaw? Fucking made for this. I was making. I mean, I am getting hit marker. I don't think it, I can't. I mean, like I couldn't. Can I use it in Bastion? It's a silly thing. Ow. Hi. No hi again. I know hi. Ow. No, but what if I just go like, wow. It did do some damage there, and it is like making my game get extremely framey. We're gonna put the nice Deathclaw down. We've even spawned in as a legendary Deathclaw just to ruin my day. So obviously, like, there's certain things I'm gonna take all the legendaries just in case. Got a legendary mod I'm kind of working on for a little bit, but you know, it does work, but it's not gonna work on stuff like that. You're not gonna kill big tough stuff with it, but as a kind of a cool, unique thing to like pull your enemies into, especially if we're dealing with big piles of ghoul and stuff, you could like make like a wall of fire between you and them, and they have to rush into it. Enemies that are gonna rush in melee range and not be extremely damage resistant like the Deathclaw. It just works, and the fact that you could use it in VATS is kind of hilarious. That you could just kind of like go a little spew spew spew. I like the Gatling laser reload animation sound. I don't know what it is. It makes sense that it'd be somewhat similar. But yeah, the Jerrycan, everybody. It's a weapon. It's I was gonna say shoots, but I don't know if shoots is the right word. It pours oil all over the ground, and then you can light that oil on fire, and you can make interesting traps with it. It's an interesting little thing. Obviously, you know, it's not gun go bang. It's not as simple as that, and it's not super flashy or whatever. But it's just a really cool idea, and it's kind of a unique looking thing. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you guys would like to check out the Jerrycan mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page and the Nexus mod page. You can check out this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.